Hey everybody! So today I'm going to do a winter inspired look. It's inspired by a sugar plum fairy, like from the Nutcracker and the ballet and things like that. And it's just a nice kind of pinkish look with silver and things like that to bring in kind of the winter and open up your eyes, make it look really bright. And I hope you guys really enjoy it. Thank you so much, and now we'll get into the tutorial. Okay, so before we get started, I'm sorry about this horrible lighting. When I filmed here before, the lighting was fine, and now I just can't get it to work. But anyway, so I'm going to do an all drugstore makeup tutorial for you guys today, inspired by winter and Sugar Plum Fairy from the Nutcracker. So I'm going to do that now. To keep things quick, I'm just going to say the name brand and show it, and then in the description box I'll put all the details as to what the product is actually called. And of course you can substitute all of this for anything else and just copy my technique so you don't have to use the exact same products. So first I'll get started with foundation. I'm going to take an EcoTools foundation brush and a Rimmel primer that I got just recently. I'll post the review to that in the description box. Just going to take a small amount onto my hands, this much, warm it up with the brush, and just swipe it across my face. This is going to give you a little bit of a tint, and because it's a primer, then it's going to keep your makeup lasting longer. But I'm being careful to avoid this blemish that I have here, because I always like to do blemishes last, because if you get any bacteria on your brush and then you keep going along your face, you're just going to create more blemishes. So I always do that last. Now I definitely recommend that so you don't end up with more pimples. So now I'm gonna go in the opposite direction from what I was doing before so that everything blends together. So now that I'm done with the beginning of my face, I'm gonna just lightly dab it over my blemish. And then I'll make sure to wash this brush before I use it again, because you don't wanna contaminate your face. Now I'm going to take the Mousse foundation from Maybelline. I'm going to take this stippling brush. Stippling brushes create a very airbrushed kind of texture to your face. And because this is a mousse, it spreads really easily. So combined with the stippling brush, you get to use like literally just this much on your brush is going to cover your entire face. So I'm just going to pat it along my face and then blend it in after. And my stippling brush looks so strange, has a rubber band on it. I wanted the bristles to be a little closer together, and I couldn't afford a more expensive brush. Patting it all over my face, again avoiding my blemish and keeping that for last. I'm just going to kind of swirl it a little bit to make sure everything is blended in. Now, before I finish, I'm going to put this brush down. I'm just going to take a concealer brush and just take a little bit more of that foundation and double it up as concealer, because when you put it on the brush, it's just going to be a little more concentrated than when you use the stippling brush. So I'm going to just double this up where I want concealer. So I'll just pat it underneath my eyes, around my nose area. And I'm actually going to put a little bit more of this on top of my eyes because I don't have a drugstore primer, and using if you put a thicker foundation on your eyes, it'll kind of double up as a primer. It won't be as effective, but it will work somewhat. So now that I've concealed, I'm going to take that same brush, dip it in again, but make sure to get a sufficient amount of foundation because you don't want to dip this brush back in. And I'm just going to lightly pat this over my blemish because I don't want to like put some on and then realize I need more and then dip it back into my foundation and then contaminate it. Because blemishes are just very sensitive areas, and you don't want to spread that bacteria. Okay, so now that I've concealed that, I'm going to put this aside and again make sure to clean it right after. I'm going to take a loose powder because I think it gives the most natural finish. This one's from Almay. I'm going to take a fluffy brush, again from EcoTools. All the brushes except for one will be from EcoTools, and these you can easily get at Walgreens and different other drugstores and Target. But I would actually recommend using a kabuki brush instead. I can't seem to find mine. Open this up, dump a little bit into the cap, and just swirl this into here. Dust off the excess. So you don't, because powder can easily look like your skin is being like you know, like cakey. You need to use just the minimal amount of product necessary. So I'm just gonna like distribute it in a couple of different places and then rub it all together. So that's it for the foundation. Can you tell how just stippling on your foundation makes the layer really fine? So you're using very minimal product, but yet you're still getting the same amount of coverage. So my skin looks much more flawless than it did just a couple of minutes ago. So now I'm going to lightly do my brows, because brows definitely frame your face. Like I feel like I look much different when I do my brows. So I'm just gonna take this brown color from L'Oreal, use a angled brush, take a small amount of product, and I'm just gonna lightly, kind of like if I were drawing hair, just like sparsely cover it. So now let me comb them in place, and then it also kind of blends the powder into your skin. Now if you don't have a setting wax or a brow gel, which I don't, I just use a clear chapstick. This is from Burts Bees. I just put a little bit, like dot it onto my eyebrows. I take that same brush and then I brush it again, and then the wax will keep your eyebrows in place. It's just the easiest thing to do, and it's really cheap. So now that I've done all that, I'm gonna start working on my eyes, and this look is inspired by the Sugar Plum Fairy, so it's like pinks and purples and things like that. And it's really nice for winter, because most people think in winter you should just stay like just neutral colors, or like silvers and blues and things like that. But really, like, you can wear pink whenever you want, as long as you like it on your skin tone. So now I'm gonna do something that's kind of unconventional. I'm gonna take a lipstick. This is a pink lipstick, and I'm actually gonna put it onto my eyelid. And I know that sounds strange, but it's gonna work as a base, like a color base, and it just creates a nice undertone. And lipstick actually lasts really long on your lids, because it's kind of like a cream base, you know? Like cream blush, that's what basically this is. So I'm just going to put that onto my lids. See, so now you kind of have like a pink base, and it's actually very long wearing. I haven't noticed much creasing, but then I haven't worn this look for a whole day, so I don't know. But I'm just gonna blend it in a little, and it doesn't feel oily or greasy or anything like that. So now I'm gonna take another L'Oreal product. This is a HIP pigment. It's kind of a cream color. It's looking white on camera, but it's kind of just like an off-white, like a cream. So I'm gonna take that with a flat brush like this. I'm just gonna take whatever's in the cap, and I'm just gonna pat it onto my lid. And that's just a really nice shimmer. And the cream color looks really nice with the pink. And I'm just gonna also just extend this all the way up, kind of almost like a highlight. So I lost a little bit of the pink color when I put on that cream, and I wanna bring it back a little bit. So with just the other side of this, I'm gonna take a little bit of my blush and just put that kind of in the outer corner to bring back that pink a little. Blend it together with a fluffy brush. Now I'm going to take this purple shimmery color from Milani. I'm going to use a fluffy brush, again from EcoTools. Just take some of that product and bring it into the crease. So just up like this. And this is very sheer, but you'll pick up some of those little glitters, and it'll just really pop. It'll be nice. Now taking another L'Oreal pigment, I'm taking this one here. It's kind of like a darkish purple brown. I'm going to take a small amount of that product with an eyeliner brush. It's just a very thin, kind of like a tip. I'm just going to take some of that from in the cap, and I'm going to use it as eyeliner, but I'm going to do it very thin, so it's just really close to the lash line, and it kind of makes my eyelashes look thicker. Now I'm going to drag this a little bit outward to create kind of a wing. Now it's actually, it didn't turn out as dark as I wanted it to, so again I'm going to take that angled brush and the brown color that I used for my brows, I'm just going to redraw that line because I don't think it came out as dark as I had wanted it to. And just follow the line you already made. Now I want to use a little bit of invisible eyeliner at the top just to darken it up a little, so I'm using this from Rimmel, Gleaming eye pencil. Draw underneath the flap of the top of my eye here, but I kind of just do it. Like some people just hold up their eye and do it, but I can do it without even looking. So I just go like this, kind of close my eye and drag it across, and I just think that's the easiest way. Now again, I'm going to take this pencil brush and I'm going to go into this palette here from Physicians Formula and get this top silver color. And then I'm going to put that underneath my lower lash line. And then I'm going to also bring it up a little bit to blend with that cream color. Now this silver really makes your eyes look wider. So I'm going to do the same to the other side. So now I'm going to curl my lashes. Now I'm going to take one of my new favorite mascaras. This one is very lengthening. It's from Physicians Formula. It's just in black. And I'm just going to wiggle it into my lashes kind of like a Z so it evenly coats them. And wiggle a little bit in the lower lash line. So now before I do my blush, I'm going to take care of a little bit of fallout that I've gotten here. So I'm just going to take this fan brush from e.l.f. and just literally sweep it across your face. So you can get rid of any excess eyeshadow. So now I'm going to put a light pink blush, and it's the same one that I used on my eyes from Physicians Formula. I'm actually going to take it with a fan brush because I want it just to be a very light application. So fan brushes are good to use when you have a very pigmented blush because then it'll help you get just a very light wash of color, because sometimes blushes can be almost too pigmented and you want something that's a little more natural but the same shade. So I'm just going to sweep that across my cheeks. And then it's like I have a light flush from the color. Now the last thing I'm going to do is apply lipstick. First I'll use a lip balm from EOS. And then I'm going to apply the lipstick that I put on my eyes, though I did clean this off afterwards because you don't want to like what if your eye had like foundation on it and then you yeah, so I cleaned it, I promise. So that is the finished makeup for my Winter Wonderland look. Now I'm going to put on some wintry clothes because it just makes me happy. So this is my finished makeup look. It's really simple and easy to do, and it's inspired by sugar plums, the nutcracker, the winter season, and the silver really brightens up your eyes. So I hope you guys liked it. Let me know if you have any questions or comments, and again, all of the products will be listed in the description box. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!